Have you ever been betrayed? It hurts, doesn't it? A friend who lets you down, a promise broken, trust shattered, it leaves a mark. In a world of shifting loyalties, we long for faithfulness. We crave the comfort of knowing someone has our back, no matter what. Someone who will stand by us even when it's hard. Jesus knew this longing. He understood the sting of betrayal. On Tuesday of Holy Week, he felt it deeply. Tension filled the air, the sky was dark, heavy with clouds, and the atmosphere was thick with an impending sense of doom. It was a day unlike any other, a day that would be remembered for centuries to come. Jesus, surrounded by his disciples, shared a Passover meal. This was no ordinary meal. It was a sacred tradition, a time for reflection and unity. The disciples, unaware of the gravity of the moment, enjoyed the feast, laughing and talking amongst themselves. He knew his time was short. Jesus, with a heavy heart, looked around at his friends, knowing that this would be their last meal together. The weight of his impending sacrifice pressed down on him, but he remained calm and composed. He knew what was coming. The storm was not just in the sky, but in his soul. The betrayal, the suffering, the crucifixion, it was all clear to him, yet he faced it with unwavering resolve. And he knew one of his own would betray him. The thought of betrayal by someone so close was a bitter pill to swallow. The disciples, oblivious to the turmoil within Jesus, continued their conversations. "One of you will betray me," Jesus said. His words cut through the air like a knife, silencing the chatter. The disciples looked at each other in shock, unable to comprehend the gravity of his statement. Imagine the disciples' shock, their confusion, their fear. They had followed Jesus, trusted him, and now one of them was a traitor. The room was thick with tension as they tried to make sense of it all. Who could do such a thing? Each disciple looked around, suspicion creeping into their hearts. They whispered among themselves, trying to identify the betrayer. Each one questioned, "Surely not I, Lord." The disbelief was palpable. They couldn't fathom that one of their own could commit such a heinous act. But Judas, one of the 12, had already made his deal. He had decided to betray his master, his friend, for a mere 30 pieces of silver. For 30 pieces of silver, he would hand Jesus over to the authorities. Betrayal was in motion. The wheels were set in motion, and there was no turning back. The darkest chapter in their story was about to unfold. Even in the face of such betrayal, Jesus remained calm. He didn't lash out, he didn't retaliate, he didn't condemn. Instead, he spoke truth. He gently confronted Judas, offering him a chance to turn back. He embodied grace and forgiveness, even as betrayal cut him deeply. Jesus' response reminds us that truth, spoken in love, has power. It can expose darkness, it can pierce through deception, it can offer a path to redemption. We may not betray Jesus with a kiss like Judas did, but betrayal can take many forms. It can be subtle, creeping into our lives through the smallest of actions. But we too can betray him through our daily choices. Each decision we make reflects our true priorities and values. When we choose selfishness over service, comfort over courage, apathy over action, we stray from his teachings. Every time we deny him with our words or actions, we distance ourselves from his love and grace. We betray the one who loved us enough to die for us. His sacrifice was the ultimate act of love, and yet we often forget. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, to let the noise drown out his voice, to prioritize our own desires, our own plans, and our own comfort over his calling. We forget the one who gave us everything, who continues to give us grace and mercy every day. But Jesus sees our hearts. He knows our struggles, our fears, and our failures, and he offers us a chance to turn back, to choose him again. His arms are always open, ready to welcome us back into his love. Holy Tuesday reminds us that even in the face of betrayal, even in the midst of our own failings, there is always hope. We can choose truth. We can choose love. We can choose Jesus. This day calls us to reflect deeply on our actions and decisions. Let's reflect on our lives. Let's take a moment to pause and consider the paths we've taken. Where have we fallen short? Where have we missed the mark in our relationships and commitments? Where have we betrayed the trust and love that Jesus offers freely? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary for growth. Let's turn back to him, seeking his forgiveness and grace. In our moments of weakness, his strength is made perfect. Let's cling to the truth that set us free, the truth that brings light into our darkest moments. Let's choose love even when it's hard. Love that transcends our flaws and failures. Let's follow Jesus, even when the path is difficult. For it is in the challenges that our faith is strengthened. For in him we find forgiveness, redemption, and the courage to face each new day with hope, and the strength to live lives of truth and grace. Let us embrace this journey with open hearts and unwavering faith.